Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy, and the immediate reaction from most of the national media was that somehow this was wrong. You understand, he is a top 5 corner in the country, a top 5 wide receiver in the country, and I've got a real wild secret for you. He's the same guy. All these graphics like, well, the Jeanty kid is first in this and first in this and first in this. We've got a kid who is the Heisman Trophy. Can I pause? The Heisman Trophy goes to whom? The best player in all of college football. Hornung, Biletnikoff, Bednarik, All-American, Heisman. Travis Hunter is the best player in all of college football. Any coach, you say, hey, would you like to have a top 5 DB, top 5 wide receiver in America, number 1 player in the country coming out of high school? Or would you like the best running back in the country who played against Nevada, Portland State, Oregon State, San Diego State? They're going to take the kid who's played a higher level of college football and who's elite at 2 different positions. The narrative that's been fed to you that Travis Hunter is mid on both sides of the ball is a national narrative that I don't understand. It's a distaste. It's a dislike for Deion Sanders. And can I tell you, I wasn't buying. I have had to eat crow, foot in mouth. I wasn't buying the Deion Sanders thing at the beginning of the season. I thought that was a 4-8 football team. I was completely wrong. But there was one thing that I said from day one. Travis Hunter is a Heisman candidate. Travis Hunter deserves, even Shedeur Sanders deserves to be in New York, and thankfully he was. Travis Hunter deserves the Heisman Trophy. Whether you hate Deion or love Deion, whether you think it's a shtick or that he's a good ball coach, that should all go away in talking about the best player in college football, whose name is Travis Hunter. Does that mean that Jeanty's a bad player? No. But this is a great tweet. How many yards would Barry Sanders have rushed for against Georgia Southern, Oregon, okay, Portland State, Oregon State, Nevada, San Diego State, Utah State, Washington State, Hawaii, San Jose State, UNLV, and Wyoming? Whole lot of states in there, and most of those aren't even real states. And that's what we're giving. Portland State. Cam Scadaboo, is a better running back. Cam Scadaboo with that schedule would prove the same thing. Do we play that game? Should this be a game of, well, your schedule was easier? I don't really think so. But there shouldn't be an argument. There shouldn't be an argument against Travis Hunter being the best player in college football. Lendale White tweets, it's crazy how football has been played for over 100 years, and we have never witnessed or heard about somebody doing what Travis Hunter has done, and yet we sit here and debate who is the Heisman. I'm lost. Barrett Sallee tweeting that he would have given it to Jeanty over Hunter. So many analysts tweeting that they got it wrong. This tweet says, Travis Hunter equals the most overrated and overhyped Heisman winner of all time. I challenge you, go back to last season, the LSU quarterback. What? That's one of the weakest Heisman trophies ever. And that you're telling me that this kid didn't deserve it? Kev says on Twitter, being a top 5 wide receiver and a top 5 cornerback at the same time is more valuable than being number 1 else anywhere on the field. Love Ashton Jeanty, as we all should. This isn't an I hate Ashton Jeanty speech. It's a Ashton Jeanty's good, not as good. Charles Woodson couldn't even touch Travis Hunter's season. The right guy won. Michael Harriet. Travis Hunter became the first HBCU player to win the Heisman hours after Jackson State won the first HBCU national title, which is months before Shedeur will likely be picked number 1 in the draft. We talked all about how Deion Sanders had ruined college football. Now he's brought a Heisman Trophy winner to the Big 12. And my thought was I could get on here and happy Monday, everybody. The Big 12 has a Heisman. But instead, we have this. The national media wants to skew that, Travis Hunter's mom called him a mistake, a big mistake. No, she didn't. Travis Hunter's girlfriend is a gold digger. Why is that the focal point here? Deion Sanders is more of he loves Travis Hunter more than his own kids. What about this? What about an elite level player who's elite at 2 positions, playing 1,300 snaps this year, going in front of America, and accepting the trophy for the best player in college football because he was What about that calls for the level of scrutiny that has come from every direction from so-called professionals? Do you understand, as a BYU fan, as a Texas Tech fan, as a West Virginia fan, as a UCF fan, what just happened? The Big 12 won the Heisman Trophy in a year where the SEC did not have a single player finish in the top 10 in voting. Our conference has the best player in college football. And right up there with him, Cam Scatterbo. And right up there with him, Shedeur Sanders. That should be celebrated across the board by every Big 12 fan that exists. Underdog stories are fun, but there's an underdog element to this. You may think that was the stupidest statement you've ever heard, me saying something underdog about Travis Hunter, but he went to Jackson State. The kid transferred up from he trusted Deion Sanders, who had not been a Division I football head coach. Is it the ultimate underdog story? Of course not. But there is a huge, strong element to this where things could have gone south real quick for Travis Hunter, and they didn't. He goes and wins the Heisman Trophy at Colorado. They don't have Heisman Trophy winners at Colorado. John Root tweets, Travis Hunter is the media's Heisman. Ashton Jeanty is the people's Heisman. There's only one trophy, and it goes to the best player in college football. And I'm sorry that a propaganda machine has taught you that Travis Hunter is somehow mid at two positions when that's not the case. He's instead elite at two positions, and any coach in the country would take that guy. Will he go first overall to the NFL draft? I don't think so. Why? Because you probably can't use him on both sides. No, it'd be crazy if you could. You probably can't use him on both sides of the ball in the National Football League. But we're not talking about who projects the best, who's going to be the best NFL player. We're talking about who capitalized during their years in college football. Travis Hunter. He allowed like 2 touchdowns as a DB. People keep posting the Dorian Singer touchdown he allowed. That was the second touchdown he allowed all season. It was in game 9, game 10. That's what we want to nitpick. Watch football. That's what I'm begging you to do. BYU and Colorado are in portal trouble, possibly. This is Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It is your team, and it is every day. Today's show is brought to you by the College Football Playoffs. It is that time of year. You best bet football is at its pinnacle. And the new College Football Playoff, with the newly expanded 12-team format, is guaranteed to be bigger and better than ever, bringing you all the hard-hitting and high-flying excitement that you love. TNT Sports coverage of the College Football Playoff begins December 21st, starting with the College Football Playoff kickoff show presented by AT&T at 11 a.m. Eastern. Leading into our first matchup, the SMU Mustangs battling the Penn State Nittany Lions at noon Eastern. Then the Clemson Tigers look to upset the Texas Longhorns in a showdown at 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch the College Football Playoff presented by Allstate, live on TNT, True TV, TBS, and Max. That's right. Watch the College Football Playoff. Watch it live on TNT, True TV, TBS, and Max starting December 21st. This College Football Playoff on TNT and Max.